Hey guys, and welcome to a video type I haven't done in quite a while, a stadium tutorial. So I got a comment recently asking how to do an upper section. Last time I done a stadium tutorial it was a corner. So now that was about 4 years ago. So now I'm going to be showing you how to do an upper section. So, as you can see, I've got a partial stadium built. I've added in a corner because that's going to come into play. Basically, if you want to do an upper section, what I would recommend is picking out roughly how far, because most upper sections tend to hang out over the stand a bit. So this one is 9 rows high. So I'm going to come here and you're going to want to be able to see from here anyway. You don't want the block to be in your way. You can see where the sideline would be there marked out. So I usually put it about 3 or 4 blocks above where it's going to be overhanging. So I'm going to say that there. So that's how it'll look. So when you're here, this is what you'll see above you, and then from the front, that's what you'll see. So I'm going to be doing 2 sections, like 2 upper sections, because most stadiums tend to have 3 or 4. You'd have the main lower tier, then you'd have kind of 2 smaller tiers above that, which would be like premium seating and all, and then you have the proper upper sections. So I'm going to do 3 sections. We already have this lower tier. I'm going to be doing one of those small premium sections, and then the proper upper section, and I'm going to be doing a corner for them as well. So yeah, so I've done about 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and then it's on the 5th block above whatever row you're doing, depending on where you are. Obviously, this side you'd probably go about, from this one you'd go about 6 and 7, so on and so forth. So for this kind of smaller, more premium section, it's similar to the layout. The lower tier, you see we've got the 2 blocks of blue concrete and then the stone. So the concrete is obviously the seats, and then the stone is the walkway. So you've got the 2 blocks and then 1, and then you have 1 concrete and 1 stone. Instead, for this section, you're going to just do 1 concrete, 1 stone the whole way up, and this one would usually only be about 3 or 4 rows. We'll do 4. So there you can see that's what it would look like, and then obviously in order to get the curve, what helps to do is to build up the back wall along the lower section and connect it up. And that one there. As you can see there, even though the wall looks quite high there, once it's covered by the seating, it'll only look about 2 or 3 blocks high. And basically what this does is it helps us with tracing this block and this block, because whatever way you have the wall worked out, especially going around the curvature, this block will follow it. So obviously, as you can see, I have done so. The next bit of the wall would come like this. And I'm going to go away and build up the rest of this wall and show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so this is what the wall will look like once it's fully built up. and it's easy enough to trace, so I'm going to start with the blue concrete. So obviously you could go that way, but then you just trace along the top of the wall like this. It's nice and easy to do. And that'll be that row of seating done. And then you can work your way down, so we'll have the next bit of walkway here. Like so. And you just continue it the whole way down. So I'll just do this row and basically you just do that the whole way down till you have the full section filled in, which I'm going to go away and do now. Okay, so this is what it'll look like once the seats are done. As you can see, there's a bit of an overhang, and the only thing we have left to do is the walkway at the front of it. And the reason I left this out is because you obviously won't want to just do this, otherwise you won't be able to get from here to here once the barrier goes in. So literally the only difference that you make. Now obviously this is just the way I design my stadiums. If you wanted to, you could do this kind of design and then have the blue come out here. I just prefer to keep it that way. It just keeps it a bit more, I suppose, even. It just makes it easier for me. And then we'll do the walkway along the bottom like so, and then obviously once you put in the barrier at the front, there's still a bit of a gap. So the barrier itself, you can do whatever way you want as well. I always do 2 rows of iron blocks for the barrier because a lot of stadiums on this barrier piece tend to have different kinds of sponsorship, so you could use banners. They tend to take up 2 blocks in height, so you just hang them from the front one, then the bottom one would be here, or you could use paintings, whatever. But that's basically how it looks once you have the barrier all done. So that would be one of those kind of mini premium seating tiers. So back here you'd probably have like a bunch of glass walls for like the fancy seating boxes and all. So from there you can move on to the proper upper tiers where things are a little bit different again. So basically what you'd want to do is, depending on roughly what you want to do, some of them have it in line with this tier, some of them have it back, they might have 1 or 2 rows out. Depends entirely up to you. I'm going to have this sticking out by 1, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, how does that look? That looks fine. And we'll put her. Could probably go 1 bit higher. You don't want to be hitting your head just standing up out of your seat. Yeah, that looks okay. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th plus. So the same as the one below. What you want to do different, as like I said, down here it's 2, 1, 2, 1. In terms of blue blocks, at least, you know, two seats, 1 walkway, 1 seat, 1 walkway. And then here we just have seat, walkway, seat, walkway, seat. Up here, what you're going to do is seat, walkway, seat, seat, walkway, seat, seat, walkway. So only really this first row you're going to want the walkway behind without any second. So how many rows we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can see even just from a side profile that it's much more upright than this one is. So, and then it's more or less the same as what we done with this one. Just bring up the back wall, trace along it, and fill it in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill in the back wall, trace along it, and then fill in the rest of the seating, and it'll show you what it looks like then. Okay, so I have the back wall filled in again, as you can see, and I'm just going to do these rows here just to show you again how it's done. So this one, obviously that's sitting directly on the top of the wall. You'll just literally just place it along as another row on top of the wall. It just makes it so much easier to work out the curvature rather than like how you'd have to work out one on the lower tier where you'd actually have to figure out how much of a curvature you need. So this one was preceded by some stone. So just like this. And then one more row of seating. And then, of course, that just leaves us with the walkway and the barrier. So you'll just curve it out around. It just lets, if you wanted to, once you have the stadium done, you know, and you want to actually walk around it, you know, rather than having to jump over the where the blocks are in the way. Because it'd be like if here I just put this here and you're trying to, you know, you're getting caught. It's different when it's on the actual seating part because it's just the way it works out. But it'd look messy down at the very front row if you done it like that. And then we add our barrier. And one more row on top because you don't want people walking out over the edge. As you can see, this section here still sticks out quite a bit from it. Probably could have had this overhang a little more, but you know, it's your stadium, you design it how you wish. I'll go away and finish off this seating and give you a quick overview of how the final product will look. And here's what the entire thing looks like when it's finished. Bit dull because it's only plain back walls as opposed to having any glass or proper premium boxes, but this is the basic idea. You can see here how we have the upper section done with the seat walkway, seat walkway, sort format. I'll give a side. So this is a basic side profile of the, and you can see how as we go up higher, it gets more of a sharp angle. This is my way of doing it. Obviously, you can, with your own stadium, do it whatever way you want. This isn't a gospel how-to. It's just a simple tutorial to give you an idea. But yeah, basically, the back wall at the back of the seating is very helpful for doing the section above because it gives you an idea. Because obviously, you're going to have the curvature already sorted out once you get to there, and it'll help you with curving the upper section. It's a simple enough design, nothing too special about it, but it looks the part, especially when you have it on a fully done up stadium. You know, you can add your roof or whatever. But yeah, so this is how to do upper sections of a stadium. Special shout out to TXM underscore TT5605 for placing the comment asking for this tutorial. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and if you want more, just let me know.